sorry. I need clarification on
Thank you, Itchy.
some of the stuff here. So, thank
Nix,
you,
no,
Itchy.
that's fine. We don't have to worry about comments. We're not going to pay attention to them. Just please no threats,
Nix, no,
nobody.
that's fine.
I need
We don't have to worry about comments. We're not
clarification
going to
from
pay
Alex of
attention to
what's
them.
going
Just
on.
please,
I
no
want to hear
threats,
Alex
nobody.
out first. As you
I
guys
need
know, I try to listen to
clarification
him
from
first and
Alex of what's
foremost.
going on. I want to hear
So,
Alex out
Alex,
first. As you guys know, I
apparently
try
some
to listen to him
people have
first and
been
foremost. So,
giving me
Alex,
some information about you,
apparently
and I
some
want to know
people have
like
been
what has been said about you
giving
that you
me some
know of
information
and your
about
history
you, and I
there.
want to know like what has been said about you that you know of and your history there.
The only thing I know is being said is that they think it was a minor, and it was not a minor, and that's not what happened. They just misunderstood what I was
Okay,
saying.
so you
That
had
when I was
conversation
talking to
with Brandon
Brandon,
that I talked with before, right?
Okay, so you had conversations
Are you
with
still
Brandon that
talking
I
to
talked
Brandon?
with before, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Okay,
Are you
cool.
still talking to Brandon?
And you said
no,
you
I stopped
had
talking to him.
accusations
Okay,
of touching a
cool.
minor.
And you said you had accusations of touching a minor.
Yeah, that's that's what they said. I said I've been. I know I should have explained a little bit better, but my freaking brain wasn't braining at that moment. I should have explained what happened a little bit better. Like I said, this wasn't it wasn't a minor. It was one of my cousins, and it happened on accident. It wasn't on purpose. Like I said, I was drowning because me and my family went to a hotel during Hurricane Charlie, and me and my cousin were out in the pool. And first, whatever reason, I ended up in the deep end and started drowning. So I couldn't see. I couldn't see nothing. I didn't know what it, I was trying to go for someone's hand, but just
Oh,
something
jeez.
that happened. So
Okay.
yeah,
Um, when about was this? Like, how many years ago was this?
Um, when about was this? Like, how many years ago was this?
it's been whole. When did
2004?
Hurricane Charlie
2004 sound
like
about right?
down? I don't remember.
2004?
Okay.
2004 sound about right?
Yeah, that's a,
How old were you guys?
Okay. How old were you guys?
I was
Okay.
2004. I was like maybe 12. I was born 1993, so
And is
2004.
this like the only accusation being brought against you?
And is this like the only accusation being brought against you?
Okay. Yes. Yes, this is the only
Um,
accusation. There hasn't been
I was
nothing
told
else.
that Butterfly has additional information.
Um,
Can I bring
I
her
was
up and we can
told
all have a
that
calm
Butterfly has
conversation?
additional information. Can I bring her up and we can all have a calm conversation?
Yes. I don't care. I don't care if they believe me. Doesn't matter.
I think you should bring up court two because she has the original recording. I think you should bring up court two because she has the original
You're good. I just
recording
want to make sure we
and I have
keep
a
it
copy
calm and
of it.
we actually have a
Sorry, I'm losing my
conversation
voice.
because I want to make
You're
sure
good. I
we're
just want to make
like
sure we keep
listening
it
to
calm
Alex
and
and everything.
we actually have a conversation because I want to make sure we're like listening to Alex and everything.
Okay.
No, I listened to everything he just had to say. That's not what the recording says at all. There was no mention of drowning or anything. He literally laughed about it, told Brandon that he touched his 13-year-old cousin, and the cops weren't involved. He got his ass beat, I guess, by family members, but that was okay. It was all good now, and he's 30. And again, laughed about it.
Court, I'm trying to let you up. It says you're joining and it's doing like the spinny boxes. So it's
Court, I'm
still
trying to
not
let you
letting
up.
me
It says you're
join.
joining and it's doing like the spinny boxes. So it's still not letting you join.
Yeah, there was nothing mentioned about any hurricane or drowning or any of Yeah, there was nothing mentioned about,
I do have a
any
recording that was
hurricane or
sent to me. I
drowning or
want to
any
play
of
it real
that.
quick.
Okay. I do have a recording that was sent to me. I want to play it real quick.
I'll mute.
Yeah, so that's the recording. So it's basically the same story from what I'm getting.
Yeah,
Your
so that's the
brother
recording. So
beat you
it's
up for
basically the
it.
same story from what I'm getting.
Nothing else actually happened
Your
from it,
brother beat
and
you up for it.
you touched your cousin.
Nothing else actually happened from it, and you touched your cousin.
Mhm.
Oh,
Sorry,
you
I should
say it
clear
was
things up.
a mistake. You were drowning in the water
You
at the
say
pool.
it was a mistake. You were drowning in the water at the pool.
That's what happened.
Point out that he said he was 13 at the time in that
Yep.
I just wanted to point out that
Yep.
he said he was 13 at the time in that voice recording, and that speaking to Brandon, he said that he did the same thing, and he knew the allegations that were held up against Brandon with the essaying of a child, and so if
How
it
old was
wasn't a
your
minor, he
cousin,
wouldn't have admitted to
Alex?
doing the same thing.
How old was your cousin, Alex?
Okay, so she's older than you, so she would have been older at that time
Well,
then.
she's older than me. If I'm not
Okay, so she's older than you, so she would have been older at that time then.
Screenshots too
Well,
of you
I just want to
one
know
telling Brandon that
how
you
the
don't trust him
screenshots
now
too
because he told
of
me,
you
as well as then you
one
trying
telling
to
Brandon
say
that you
to
don't trust
me
him
that
now
it was
because
just a
he told
joke, you were
me,
just trying to get
as well
Brandon to
as
talk
then you
even though you
trying to
already
say
knew we
to
had
me that
recordings of
it
him.
was just a joke, you were
And
just
if it
trying to get
wasn't
Brandon to
a
talk even
minor,
though you already
like
knew we
even
had
maybe
recordings of him.
juvenile, there would be
And if
no
it
way
wasn't
I would
a
ever say
minor,
that I did the
like and you're
same
claiming she was
thing as
older,
someone
there would be no
that
way I would ever say that I
called out
did the
for essaying
same
a child.
thing as someone when they're being
That's the issue here. Like
called out for
I
essaying
have
a
a lot of
child.
screenshots that I can send to Echo.
So that's the issue here. Like I have a lot of screenshots that I can send to Echo. I haven't gotten that far yet because I hadn't gotten enough proof. I had been working on it, but there would be no way in the same breath I would say I did the same thing if it was nowhere near the same thing.
You also sent messages to another friend of mine. I have the screenshots saying that Courtney was a liar. You never said that. And that it's all a big misunderstanding and not to believe Courtney.
Yeah, like obviously you did,
And Court
right?
has those screenshots to
Circumstances
send Echo
aside,
as well.
obviously you did.
Yeah,
I
and
Yeah, like
understand
obviously you
where
did,
in
right?
that situation an
Circumstances aside,
accident could
obviously you did.
happen.
I understand
The
where in that
inconsistency odd part to
situation an
me
accident could
is
happen.
that if you were
The
drowning and you accidentally
inconsistency
grabbed
odd
her
part to me
on her chest
is
trying
that
to
if you
get
were
out of the
drowning
pool
and
or
you
get to
accidentally
safety or
grabbed
whatever,
her
stop drowning.
on her chest
Um,
trying to get out of the
like, why
pool
would your
or get to
brother beat
safety or
you up
whatever,
for it?
stop
Like,
drowning.
that would be
Um,
an honest mistake that
like,
happened.
why would your brother beat
So the
you up
math
for
doesn't
it?
really
Like,
math to
that
me.
would be an honest
You know,
mistake
if
that
you were
happened.
drowning and that
So the
happened, your
math
brother's be
doesn't
like,
really
dude, that's
math
fucked up.
to
That
me.
happened, but
You know, if you were
at
drowning
least you're okay.
and that
So
happened, your brother would be like, dude, that's
Kodos
fucked up,
in a
that
hotel,
happened,
so it's
but
probably an indoor pool.
at least you're okay. So, Codel's in a hotel, so it's probably an indoor pool.
Also, why are you swimming in a pool during a hurricane?
Also, why are you swimming in a pool during a hurricane?
I was listening. Yeah, that's what well, because the reason I was in the pool is because the hurricane had already passed. And we stayed there for a little bit.
But
I
you
said,
said that you were in the pool panicking about the hurricane and started drowning and grabbed your cousin to get out. So, see, your story isn't storing.
Yeah, like
not
to
what
me, I could see being in the pool
this
in the
part.
hotel because, like, yeah, hurricane.
Yeah,
You got
like
out for
to
a
me, I
little
could
bit
see being
and
in the pool in
getting
the
out of
hotel
the
because, like,
area, and
yeah,
then you
hurricane.
go stay in the
You got
hotel. Yeah,
out for
they
a
got
little
pools.
bit
You're gonna go in the
and
pool. I can
get
see
out
that.
of
I
the
can already see
area,
that.
and then you go stay in the
But
hotel. Yeah, they got
like the
pools. You're gonna
after
go in the
action
pool.
is
I can
where
see
it's
that. I can
concerning.
understand that. But like the
That's where,
after
like, I
action
would
is
almost say
where
I'd
it's
to
concerning.
corroborate your story,
That's where
like
like I would
validate
almost
it.
say I'd
I would
to
pretty much like want to talk to your
corroborate your
brother to
story
figure
and
out
validate
what
it.
happened from
I
their
would
side.
pretty much like want
Um,
to talk to your
but
brother to
obviously,
figure out
like that
what
ain't
actually what
probably gonna
happened
happen.
from their
So
side. Um, but obviously, like that probably ain't gonna happen. So
no, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
my friend ain't gonna talk to you. He's
no,
not.
no.
I don't know. Is that like the
Um,
biggest issue with you on the app here? Is like you
I
have
don't
this
know. Is that
interaction
like
with
the
your
biggest
cousin?
issue with
Is that
you
the
on
issue?
the app here? Is like you have this
Or is there
interaction with your
anything else
cousin?
we need to be
Is
aware
that
of?
the
Is there
issue?
like a history here?
Or is
Yeah.
there anything else we need to be aware of? Is there like a history here?
No, there isn't. No,
Okay.
just that one incident.